You get hit the hardest when trying to run or hide from a problem. Like the defense on a football field, putting all focus on evading only one defender is asking to be blindsided. If you check your personal blind spots, you can be able to guard against focusing on what you cannot do, but reduce the areas of your weakness by taking their space with more of your strength. Hello everyone, it's another Wisdom Wednesday, and I trust that you are doing well today. Remember that mindset is everything as we continue to thrive and to strive to be and to become a better version of ourselves. Today we look at blind spot. Blind spot in the light of personal growth. And when we understand that we want to be and to become a better version of ourselves, we understand that every blind spot we have to identify them, we have to become conscious of them so that we'll be able to deal with them and to be a better version of ourselves. When we look at blind spot, we understand that these are the aspects of our lives that we aren't fully conscious about, such as our traits, our feelings, our actions, our habits, or even our values. Yes. The first key in identifying and addressing our blind spots is self-awareness. Self-awareness, I've always said that we must be honest with ourselves. For us to be and to become a better version of ourselves, we must be honest. Yes, we have to be honest. We have to get into growth mindset and also self-awareness mood. It is the most crucial key to happiness and success. Now we look at some of the most frequent blind spots. And when we look at blind spot, for example, someone might have a breath that is a little bit off. You wonder if the person themselves, they're not smelling it. What is happening is their breath and they can't smell it. People around them might acknowledge it, might see it, might identify it, but are afraid to point it out to them. Because you're saying something is so near to them, something so near to an individual such as their mouth, they must be able to see it. And if you check the levels, you realize that in fact they must smell it. But is that something is happening that it seems as though it's all happening in their unconscious mind. They are not conscious of it. And this is what happens with our blind spot. Even when we look at the issue of someone might come to work or come somewhere with in a social environment with a moth in their nose or their eyes or somewhere in their face, and somebody might identify it, you'll say, didn't they not use their mirror today? I guess. But they are just unconscious about it, that something is in their eyes. So some of the most frequent blind spots. 1, the attitude of doing it alone. Yeah. Being afraid to ask for help. Yes. Doing it alone. A lot of times persons are like that and they don't know. They don't know, they are not conscious of it, that they never ask for help even when it's choking them. Yeah. Being insensitive of your behavior or one's behavior to others. There are some persons who are bullies. There are some persons who are aggressive, but they can't see. They are unconscious to it. Persons are uncomfortable being in their presence, but are afraid to point it out to them. Because just as the same 2 examples that I've given, you don't want to be the bearer of bad news. And you don't want to face the wrath of the person being aggressive to you and they are already aggressive. Having a know-it-all attitude A lot of times we understand that these are blind spots. Persons really don't see that this is how they display themselves. This is how they are. I know it all. And therefore persons don't even when they're falling in a pit, persons will not say anything to them because leave him. Well, like you know everything. Make things happen to him. Things like that. So, yes. Avoiding difficult conversation. Yes, that's one of them. Avoiding difficult conversation. Another one is not honoring other people's time and energy. Yeah. There's some persons, it doesn't matter. They don't honor people's time and energy. It doesn't matter. And they can't see it. They are unconscious to it. And it makes no sense you point it to them. Because it only makes it worse. They always have an argument for it. They always have a conclusion to the matter. They have everything to say about it. They just can't see it. Some persons display or have very low standards. And in terms of even relationships, you'll see people choosing the same people over and over. And then they can't see that they spend no time to get to know people, or their standards are very low. And this is why they're always attracting the same kind of people. Today, are we doing the same thing and expecting different results? Are we afraid or are we allow ourselves to become unconscious of our blind spots? As I said, as we thrive and strive to be and to become a better version of ourselves, there are some things that are hidden. There are some things that we're unconscious of. But in order for us to grow, in order for us to be a better version of ourselves, we must identify our blind spots. We must become conscious of our blind spot. We must be able to see what they are, know what they are, and deal with them so that we can be and become a better version of ourselves. Thank you today. Thanks for watching. Remember to share. And these videos are now on Broken to Be Blessed Network. Remember to like, share, and to subscribe. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.